Today we're going to be taking a look at this Darkseid special. Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Jesse. Thanks for pressing play. You're watching JL's Comics. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Darkseid special. It came out today, August 30th, 2017, and it's part of Jack Kirby Month. DC's been putting out some really awesome specials and one-shots throughout the month. This is the latest here, and we're going to take a look at it here. It is a thick book. There's quite a few pages in it. I don't have the actual page count, but there are multiple stories in it. It's a $4.99 cover price. Really thick, glossy cover here, front and back, and it feels quality. It feels like $4.99 worth of story. So the first one is the main story. We'll get into that in a second. There is a backup story for OMAC, which is the one-man Army Corps. Classic Jack Kirby creation there. And then they get into a couple reprints actually, and it mentions in the back where the reprints are from. One is called Grabber, one is called Raid from Apocalypse, and that appeared originally in print in Forever People #6. With Kirby on writing and pencils and Vince Colletta on inks. The third reprint story, so there's actually 4 total. There's the main story, the OMAC, and then the 3 reprints. It's The All-Seeing Eye, and it was originally printed in Tales of the Unexpected #12. Writer was unknown on it, but Jack Kirby, of course, had credit for the art. Pencils and inks and what have you. So this story here, it is a Kirby creation. It takes place on Apocalypse, which is the planet that Darkseid rules. It was written, is written by Mark Evanier with Scott Collins on art. We had Dave McCaig on colors, and of course letters. A Larger World. Troy Piteri is doing the colors here. Fourth World, created by Jack Kirby. He has credits here, credits here. There's some really amazing, it was a letter actually from Evanier in the back. So if you pick this up, definitely read this. It's called Ungodly Power. Starts off talking about Jack Palance, a really famous actor from Kirby's time. And I really like this panel as well. It's a artist rendition of Kirby at his drawing board. So, definitely read those reprints and the one-man Army Corps story, but I do want to focus on this story. I did like it. I recommend this book. That's what I'll tell you right now. Even at the $4.99 price. I don't always recommend that for the $5 books, but for this one, especially if you're a Kirby fan, it's definitely worth picking up. So it starts off right in Armageddon, which it's on Apocalypse, and there's some metal forges there. They have humans working there, and they slave over these day in and day out. You have Granny Goodness actually watching over them, and she rules like the tyrant that she is, very angry, and you can really see that in her face. So that's the setting for it. The colors for this are very dark and muted, which you would kind of expect from a planet such as this. It's very, like I said, dark and muted, but it works well. The paneling is very balanced. There's some really fantastic splash pages in here as well. I really like this page of Apocalypse here. It's really nice page there. So actually the main character, the protagonist here, is a lady named Michaela. And she, with her band, she kind of escaped from working at the forges, and she really wants to go against Apocalypse. And she has a theory about him that he's ruling with fear, but he's always, because of that, afraid of losing his power and his control over people. So she kind of has that in her mind. There's parademons that show up, and really cool ones there. Remember those from the movie. So you have Michaela. Her 2 friends are Lucas, and the other one is in here as well. So Darkseid knows that they have escaped, so he sends out people to recapture them. You have Lashina, Stampa, and Mad Harriet here, which we call the Female Furies, and I really like the design of them. You can see the Female Furies right there. There we go, focusing on the Female Furies. Really cool. They are super crazy characters, but they're a lot of fun, and a cool reference here as well on the top. You can see that. Okay. So I don't want to give away too much of the story itself, but I will say that I like where it went, and I like what they did with her theory as well. There's some really great scenes with the classic Kirby crackle. You know, there you go. Boom. Okay. And yeah, with Michaela, and she's there. With Jadon is the other one. Jadon, Lucas, and Michaela are the three. And you know, they end up you know, seeing the female Fury. So that's the next page there. There's some advertisements in here as well, but they don't really get in the way. And then she finally, and I won't tell you how or why, ends up in front of Darkseid. And then they have their final showdown, and it's really cool. And then it kind of circles back to the beginning and the setup with the first page here with the with the statue of Darkseid. It says Tyrant right on him, kind of like spray paint. Remember in the movie where Joker had spray painted "ha ha ha" on Batman, on Robin's costume? Kind of reminds me of that. But when you get this, remember this first page here, because it circles back to that at the end. This story, it had a beginning, a middle, and an end. That's something that I really like about one-shots and about Silver Age books, you know, even Bronze and Copper as well. Not so much these days with the phenomenon of multiple stories or multiple books being needed for one story. It's refreshing to have one book, one story. I feel like I read the whole thing. I felt satisfied with it. I'm really happy with this. I do recommend it. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Okay. So go pick this up. Go to your shop. It is there today. I did see just the one cover. And this is the last Wednesday for Kirby Month. So go and celebrate Kirby, Jack Kirby, King Kirby. Pick this up, enjoy one of his creations, which was Darkseid, and enjoy this story as well as the excellent backup stories in the back of the book. So there you go. That is it. Let me know what you thought if you picked this up, what you thought of it, what you would rate it as well. And if you picked up any of the others, feel free to you know, let me know that as well. If there's any book that you'd like me to review or go over in the future, please let me know that as well. I have the comments here as well. Also, feel free to email me. It's jesse@jlscomics.com, or find me on any of my other social media as well. If this is your first time stopping here, please hit that subscribe button and join the JLS Comics family. We'd love to have you. And then tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow will be the day that we move the podcast, the vidcast, over to Thursday permanently. That'll be our new home on Thursday. Looking forward to that next episode of the live show tomorrow. So please join us for that as well. But that's it. This is Jesse, JLS Comics, and I'll see you in the next video.